was gone, except my bond. So I tried the only thing I knew to try. I hit that bong real hard and man, I got so high and got online. Now maybe it was the whiskey, and maybe it was the beer, and maybe it was the weed, but somehow I wound up here, laughing my ass off at some liberty means. I signed up for the Patreon group, and as strange as it seems, somehow I knew that me and you would make a real good team. Well, a few months have come and gone since then. I'm feeling better than I'd ever been. I'm back again. Just don't feel like getting high anymore. I got this big old bong that I got no use for on my floor. Now maybe I'll live forever, and maybe I'll die tonight, and maybe I'll move to Cleveland, but somehow it'll be alright. We'll be laughing our ass off at some liberty memes, saving cats and horses and fulfilling kids' dreams. LNPM, yeah, I'm with them. We make a real good team. We make a real good team.
Come work. Here we are.
Hi, guys. Happy Friday. Don't panic. It's March 20th, 2020.
Gander. And we are live from the bunker.
Live from the bunker. Liberty Late Night. I'm Mary.
And I'm Dave.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah. Tell your friends. Come be socially distant. We can all hang out here and socialize. We do have an awesome guest for tonight. I'm super excited to talk to Patrick Smith again. Mm-hmm. I'm so glad that he accepted our invitation to come on because I just can't wait to chat with him about everything that's going on. Mm-hmm. So he's the new host of Anarchast, and he is from Disenthrall, and that's how we met him, was through Ben White, a friend of ours, in Liberty Memes. So I'm just excited to hear from him and hear his thoughts. He's a good man. You're drinking, Ray. I am also. Oh, hi, Maria. How are you? Maria. Panic greetings. Yes.
Panic.
Yeah. Whew. There's Ben White, Robert Thomas. How you doing? I see Aaron Kettner, Kane,
Joe's
Juan, Trey.
Towel.
Oh, good. You got your towel.
Always know where your towel is.
It is, right, Drew? Yeah.
Figure we'll do this for a little while.
Oh, boy. So,
we had to get rid of the fireplace.
Yeah. Yep. Can't be.
We're all making sacrifices.
All making sacrifices. So, no more fireplace. So, I'm having, because I'm still doing the low-carb thing, I'm having a low-carb beer, and it's called Slightly Mighty. And it's by Dogfish Head, and it's an IPA, low-cal IPA. Not super low carbs, but damn it, it's the end of the world, and I want to treat myself.
And I'm breaking into the stash.
Oh, boy.
The bug-out stash.
Some of the Seagrams. So
I heard that they were going to shut down the state stores in PA. I went and got a shopping cart.
Right. Oh, any interesting projects at home? Just still taking care of the kids because they're always here. Dave's still working. Yep.
Pennsylvania decided to declare all non-necessary businesses to shut down.
Whatever they consider to be non-essential to be shut down.
Which I guess initially we were, but our corporate lawyers got together a list of reasons why we are necessary, and they bought it. So I'm going back to work. No
Not
quarantine
sure how I feel about
vacation for me.
Yeah.
I figure I'm going to hang in there as long as I can. I don't know how crazy this is going to get.
Yeah, who knows? Celeste, another person I need to punch in the face. Okay. Poor Celeste, she works at a grocery store. People are yelling at her. She is the nicest, sweetest, kindest person. And I can't believe people are yelling at her.
See, now these are working.
And she said some guy flipped out at the liquor store today. Was it at you? At first I thought you said he flipped you off, but he flipped out. What did he flip out about? Yes, no. Christian, and that's what Peter Gay was saying. So let me tag Peter in case he wants to watch. But
yeah.
He was saying that last week, just like 7 days ago. You know, he's like, things are not going to be the same, and I was kind of like, okay, yeah, you know, and I'm like, and then the next day happened, and I was just like, things are starting to feel weird, you know, and now we're here, and it's like, I believe y'all, it's not going to be the same. Oh, the Great Cornholio, awesome. Somebody did say towel. Yes, we did.
What's up, towel ye?
So it's everything popping up on here. I should be able to see everything. Hi, Derek.
And I made this so it's always on top in case you get lost. You can go back to there.
Oh, thank you.
It'll never be covered.
Thank you so much. Pistol permit office is non-essential. Damn it.
Yep. Yeah, you can't get a concealed license right now.
No. Because what? I mean, like, that's going to definitely help stop the spread of the virus. I understand. I mean, no, I don't understand. I don't.
Kelly, are you worried about being used as TP?
Understand. Oh, I wonder.
Hornburger.
No, the Hornburger.
No,
I think that would probably be interesting, though. So everyone gets a gun. Yeah, I do.
If they could say, like, you're going to be off work for a couple months, that might happen.
Celeste, I believe that it was scary watching people freak out. Yeah, get as far away as possible.
I'll tell you, our town's, it's like, it's weird. Things are missing, but people are pretty reasonable, nice. I haven't had it seen or been in any kind of... It hasn't
been bad. I mean, I haven't been out, so what am I saying? I'm like, it hasn't been bad.
I'm the one who goes out and forages for provisions.
Yeah, according to Dave, it hasn't been bad, so...
Illinois.
Oh, yes. Poor Celeste, and when is your magic piece of paper going to come from the police that says you're allowed to carry self-defense? Yeah, that's awful that you have to wait so long, or wait, period, I guess. But yeah, Illinois.
Empty roads.
I'm so happy the roads are less crowded right now. Okay, so I want to ask Ray, you're over on the West Coast. How are things? Is it lockdown over there in California?
Good authority. I like that. Did you spell it like that so you didn't get banned, Tally?
Oh, are
you
people
can't say
upset?
nationalities.
No. Oh,
And
that's right.
Is this camera focusing? Oh, you know what?
I don't know. Is it? I feel like I have nothing else to talk about. I'm sorry. I really want to have other things to talk about, but what else has been going on in the world? There has been other things happening.
Animals are taking over the cities now that they're abandoned.
Oh,
Whoa,
okay.
damn
Hi,
it.
Nick Shorts.
I just zoomed out.
What was the... Oh, I Am Legend. Is that the one with Will Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys see the mess in the background now.
Oh, all the wires and cords and stuff? Yay!
Let me get that back in.
Road's still the same in Maryland. Busy?
Yeah, my commute's
Balls.
about the same.
It's okay, but not as bad. Okay, as it may sound. Okay, yeah. It's like, I don't really watch the news. I just see stuff that's posted from the news sites on Facebook, and, you know, I try to not read too much of it, but I want to kind of keep an eye on what's going on. So, Integrity Farms. Integrity Farms, yes.
Yeah, I noticed that none of the meat was on sale, but at least it was there.
That's good.
They had a lot of signs up at the,
Yeah.
you know, like the fresh meat at the grocery store.
Yeah.
It was all like you're only allowed to get 2 of each kind of package or whatever.
Yeah. Well, good if they're finally putting, you know, limits on that kind of stuff, like as it should have been in the beginning.
But that still isn't as good as price gouging.
Right.
Because you can always
It's not
leave and
as
come back,
effective.
go
Oh,
to
sure.
a different register.
Yeah.
But
Now,
that would take you all day to get all the meat, you know?
Yeah.
Take you all day to get all the meat.
Take you. Sounds like really bad. Juan's had a great day today. Yay! Wait, are you being serious? Because I'm like, maybe that's sarcasm.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
You gotta put the little...
Wow,
already
the War
100
Rations
messages.
meme was from my grandpa's actual ones. Are you serious? Oh my gosh, I saw that. That was great.
I'm seeing a lot of that stuff where the government might know things that we don't know.
And I almost ate.
People are
It's
freaking
12 pound
out.
ham. Oh man, ham.
Yeah, right now our fridge and freezer is just packed.
But
Because we don't have an extra freezer or anything, so it's like our normal food and then a couple extras really.
Yeah.
We're
Oh
playing
yeah,
Tetris in
Aaron.
there.
The name of your page, you got to say it, and we should put it up here too because it's really great.
What's up,
I
Al?
love it. Hi Al, what's happening? Oh, I wish I had freezer space. Yeah, I wish. Less traffic, and we saw a line at the gun store. Wow.
That makes you feel like an American.
Right. Yeah, our freezer is just
5 Chef Boyardee games.
no room for.
I'm disappointed that I only have that one can of Spam.
I'm sorry.
Because if it goes down, I think that's the one meat next to the canned chicken.
Oh, okay.
that I'm gonna wanna dig
Nick,
into.
you guys did go to Giant Eagle. Oh, good. Okay. Oh, yay. Juan's in a good mood. That's awesome. Greetings to... I was just going to say Frodo, but...
Oh, yeah, check out that new page, Tales from the Wasteland. I don't have it up here yet, but I added some new stuff.
Oh, yeah, Tales from the Wasteland. Thank
What's up,
you.
Angela?
That's wonderful. Yep. Hi, Angela. I brought... Oh, a freeze dryer. Okay. Oh, very
I don't even know how
nice,
that
Carl.
works.
That's... Yep.
Thanks for the quick joke, Maria.
A spelling bee. I love it. Thank you.
Stores out of bread. That's what I can understand. People are stockpiling bread. I
That's
mean,
weird.
I
And
guess you
milk?
can freeze it. Like
Yeah,
bread and
I mean,
milk
you can.
seems like something that you
Yeah.
might not want to.
Yes, Luna Ebony 2020. Now, is the race still happening? Is there, like...
Yeah, have they canceled
Is-
the elections yet and
have
made
they-
Trump king?
permanent president?
Angela, thanks for the like. That's super quiet.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I
watch for
haven't.
that.
Has there even been malarkey? Is Joe Biden even allowed out right now with this? He's elderly and can't be,
Yeah.
around this kind of stuff. So has there been any?
Eats bread. Our
Has there
kids
been?
do.
Oh yeah. Well, our kid like. Oh, I almost ate a piece of bread today, guys.
Oh, you didn't eat a
No, I
sandwich.
didn't eat a piece of
proud
bread.
of you.
Yeah, I'm doing keto, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna eat a sandwich. I'm gonna put this turkey on bread, and I'm gonna eat it and enjoy it.
So
But I didn't do it.
Derek might shop for his ex-wife.
Yeah.
Juan thinks Biden's
What?
dead.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Ray's here.
You think Biden is dead? Oh my gosh.
Hey, Ray's here!
Yeah, we gotta do some hellos because there's a lot of people
Oh,
here.
and then I
yeah.
did it over Celeste's
Oh
page
no.
too. Memeing
Also
from
got frozen
home.
stuff. Oh yeah. Aldi. That's where Dave Dave's gone a few times too. What time did you tell Patrick we'd be coming on?
I said 9:45, 10 o'clock
Okay.
Eastern, so he's an hour ahead.
Aware of.
I'm trying to use
he's
other
behind,
people's
yeah.
hours when I talk to them now to be courteous.
You know he's behind, right?
Whatever.
Okay. No,
It's
not
an
whatever.
hour different. Yeah. I told him 10.
Okay. Oh gosh.
We'll see in 2 hours, though.
So, yeah. Oh, beer tastes good. It's a very light IPA, but man, I miss my beer. It's been like
Little Tater says hi.
a long time. Hi, Tater.
Pupper.
Oh. I can't wait to meet Tater. He's a cute pup dog. So, yeah, I wish we had a bigger freezer. That would be something that would be really nice, I think. To have.
Well, that's what that little outlet over there was like made for their chest
they had
freezer.
for a freezer.
But now the squat rack's there.
Yeah. So, let's see. Where's Trey's entrance bumper? He would like a hello.
Oh, Trey, all I got for you. Well, this is.
Wait, you're getting nervous, man.
Where does that one go?
Oh, I kind of miss hearing them.
Just babbling.
Just because
It was a simpler
there's
time.
so much coronavirus to ever talk all over. I kind of just miss all the
He's not allowed
babbling
to
of
sniff
them.
the Chinese kids.
Yeah. Oh, sad. Let's see who. Okay. Yep. We got one from Juan.
Hello, Juan.
I love that one. Hello,
Oh, the mics
Juan.
are loud.
Are they? Sorry,
Well, you're
guys, if I'm
loud.
blowing out. I am always loud.
No, you're very. You have range.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, you got range.
I'm sorry. Did I just see Brian Coyne comment? Or was that just my imagination?
Imagination.
No? Okay.
Martini's here.
Hi, Martini! What's going on?
Did we already do Aaron?
You done messed up, Aaron.
This is what happens if you show up like over and over and over and over.
Yes.
And find something with your name in it.
Let's see. I highly recommend. Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah. Because we're procrastinators, not preppers. So we did decide that it was time to go out and get some stuff, just because all the other people were buying up everything. So we're like, okay, we'll do get some, but not be like a nut. Man, it is a sad time because Bo Wright can't be with us here in Facebook land, but
He
he could
can.
be right here in
Somebody
YouTube.
go find him on Twitter
Someone find-
and tell him to come on the stream.
Tell
on
him
YouTube.
we miss him. This is the time and place for him to be right here, right now.
To reconnect with his Facebook family.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, that old bag falling over. What? So yeah, I'm just wondering. Bagel bites. That
Carbs.
sounds so good. Yeah, carbs, carbies.
I mean, I lost like 15 pounds doing it in like
Yeah.
a month or something. But
Yeah.
and I haven't really exercised. I just started lifting again with a friend. But
And I don't feel hungry,
the
the
keto
thing is.
diet, the keto diet's awesome because it's like you can eat everything that you thought you wanted until you hate it, and then your appetite goes away and you hate eating, so you just stop eating and you lose weight.
That's how I feel right
That's
now.
exactly how it's worked for us.
Oh yeah. I just don't even feel like eating.
You
but
thought
I'm
you
like,
wanted
I
all the
know
bacon and pepperoni and cheese that you could eat, but
Yeah.
then you realize there is a limit.
to how much of that you can actually.
And we haven't really hit the bacon that hard just because it's pricey, but we do have some up in the fridge and we just haven't cooked it.
Yeah. That and I mean, it's like the kids eat it too. We got this family of 5 here.
Yeah.
We need a lot of bacon if I'm going to just be snacking on some bacon. So, but it's is that to us one? Well, sorry. Hey, Aaron. I feel like
That's Celeste.
I don't know. I guess. Oh, you're watching Outbreak. Awesome.
Oh, I see that on there. I can't even play that. I keep forgetting the name of the game. Plague Incorporated.
Oh yeah.
Like, I can't bring myself to play it again. Because I just started playing it when this all started, and I'm like, did I do this somehow with is this a magic tablet?
Oh, okay, that's right.
But I
No,
can't
that
bring
was a
myself to
scary
play it
game.
again because
Yeah.
it was fun. But now it's just too real.
Yes,
I wonder
it
how their
is.
sales are doing. Like, I know Corona took a hit because people are retarded.
They won't buy Corona.
Yeah,
Poor
I
Corona
swear.
beer. I mean, it's a good beer in the summertime. I enjoy it. Put a lime in it. It's nice when it's hot. Hi, Roxy. You're not on the. Oh, and I'm not on the keto diet. Wait, what did you say here?
Just the. Are you sure it's not just the apocalypse? No, we
Oh,
started
yeah.
it before the apocalypse
Yeah.
started.
And I don't mind. It's just I feel like I'm not a good meal prepper. Like cook anything, So
Our favorite COVID show right now. our quarantine show, we were watching Altered Carbon. We're catching up on that. I think
No
we're
spoilers,
finished.
please. We
Yes,
still have one
we're
episode left
finishing
of
this first
season
right
1.
now.
So
What did
no
I just do?
spoilers. I don't know. I do that all the time, though.
I hope this is the one I took out, or did I just put the one back in that I took out?
So, how about you guys? What are you binge watching? Anybody like quarantined right now? I mean, self-quarantining?
Anybody seriously quarantined?
What level? Oh, yeah. Does anybody
Is
here
anybody
have
sick?
or know someone who has coronavirus? That's a good
Mandatory
question.
breath.
Yeah. Hi, Shane.
Wait, did I?
You gotta remember where all your buttons are.
Yeah, I need the big stream deck.
Workaholics.
I watched some of the. Well, no, I didn't. We didn't. Did we watch some of those? Because they're not on Netflix. Was that the one we were watching, like on Comedy Central or whatever?
Like
where with
Jack
the
Black
funeral
was
or
in there,
something?
and it was, yeah, something like that.
That was hilarious, and we watched everything, every clip and every episode we could get online for free.
I don't know where to find it though. Like, where is it, or is it old?
Trey, I was sick. Was it the Kung Flu? Maybe. That's what I said it in another little stream I did in a different group. I said, one of my fears.
Go ahead.
One of my fears is that either I already got it, or I will get it, and I won't get any symptoms, and I won't know, and then I'll just continue on with this, like, just low-level anxiety that I'm gonna get it, because it sounds kind of nasty, but it also sounds like it's not. But what if you just got it already, and now you're worrying about nothing?
Yeah. And you're worried, like, am I going to have it now?
Motherland, Fort Sam.
Okay. Let's see. Maria says she's watching Star Trek Next Generation. John Jacob says that Massachusetts is talking of a lockdown. Did I just hear somebody tell me there?
His water's empty. Shut your mouth.
Oh,
they
my
never
goodness.
drink it, and then he drinks it one night, and he needs another one. So he can piss the bed.
Okay, I'll bring some up in a little bit.
Ooh, I Am Legend and Book of Eli. Book of Eli was fun. I remember that one.
Oh, Jerry,
Don't
yeah, I
spoil
saw you
that.
talk about that.
The comments are moving quicker.
They are. They really are.
I'm assuming because of the
I need to get Hulu.
everybody's not allowed to go to the bars and stuff. Friday nights might become more popular here.
Hey, maybe.
Low key, I don't want them to become that popular. I don't want to become that because this is what we do, and it gives
I like
me
to hang out with
anxiety.
People, yeah.
When too many people show up.
Let's see. Roxy says we've got a lot of friends saying they've gotten FEMA passes for roadblocks. Wait, what does that even mean? What?
We're gonna start
quartering?
No.
Quarantining? No.
I don't know.
Whatever. Okay.
Not letting people travel freely like your fucking God-given right.
Oh, wow.
More popular than any bars
there,
around here.
Andy.
It's just weird driving home, and I go by like Tim Hortons and Wendy's and stuff, and it's just empty parking lots, and then the plazas, all the parking lots are empty, but that's just because all the stores closed down because the economy around here is shit anyways.
Yeah. I feel sad. I feel really bad. And then there was, make sure, you want to get in touch with Patrick soon because it's almost 10.
Oh, yeah.
If you just want to be like, hey.
I lose track of time hanging out.
Our Erie Alerts put out the thing, like call this number if you see a business open that's not supposed to be open, that's not essential. And I was
1-800-RAT chat.
Yeah, exactly. And no. And then some of the comments, some people were like, my finger's going to fall off from snitching on all these people, And I was like, yeah, it's just walking some fine lines here,
Cordon off.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's what I was looking for.
Okay. Hi, Laura. How are you? I hope you guys are well. Let's see, they close Baltimore Washington Parkway because I guess it was a popular hangout place.
Always ready.
It's bored and ready. Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna do this. I wanna bring him on. I don't know how much time he has, so I wanna get him on here.
If you're in Liberty Memes community group, we do every Friday, free pizzas. People donate, people request depending on their situations. If you're in there, check out the post, look for it. Usually either David Gay posts it or Jerry Tree posts it. If you can help somebody out, especially now, or if you need help, you can go ahead and request. So
yes,
Liberty Memes community group. If you're not in there, get in there. It's awesome. We're doing big things. We were doing them before this happened. This is really changing the dynamic of everything.
it is.
But get in there.
But people helping people, that's what it's all about, and I love seeing that. So
All right.
I really feel like Chris is just going to keep crying about his water, but
tell him to drink chains.
I would, but then that would make him cry. So, All right, guys. So we're about to bring Patrick Smith on. He's the new host of Anarchast. And we're excited to have him back on the show to talk about all the stuff that's been going on.
We'll be back in 1 minute.
Yep.
Oh, we have no audio.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
All right. Can everyone hear us?
Thanks,
you
Juan.
hear us?
Everybody's letting me know now.
Yes. Okay. I'm hoping Patrick can hear us. I believe he can. Yes. No?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. All right.
Fallout? Awesome.
Yeah. Dave did the whole bunker thing because, of all that's going on. So, okay. I want to start off by saying thank you for coming on. I'm really excited to.
Also, we kind of already did.
Yeah, talking to you about all that's happening. But before any of that stuff, I want to say congratulations, the new host of Anarchast. That's super duper exciting. Can
huge.
you tell everybody who's listening or watching all about Anarchast and what they can expect if they haven't taken a look at that before?
Anarchast is one of the biggest long-running anarcho-capitalist channels that has been heretofore run by Jeff Berwick of Anarchapulco fame. And I think he's run it for, I don't actually know how many years, but quite a few years. He's done like over 500 episodes.
Wow.
He has literally interviewed almost every single anarchist on the planet, it seems like. I think, he hates interviewing people and he hates being interviewed, which doesn't make sense because he's done it so many times. But,
right.
That's why you get him married.
He is so over interviewing people that when he gave me the show, I said, well, do you want to interview me to introduce me to your audience first? He's like, hell no, I'm never interviewing a single person again in my life. It's a huge channel. A lot of people follow it for a lot of different reasons, and I'm incredibly honored to have the opportunity. So I look forward to taking it and running with it as far as I can. Anarchast has never done a single live stream, and most of what I do these days is live stream. So nice. I look forward to not only having access to some of the biggest guests because it's a larger platform, but I look forward to actually making them live streams where people can interact with them like
yes.
we're doing right with you and I and your audience. So
yeah.
It's super hot right now because nobody can go out.
It's super, doing the whole live stream thing.
The socializing now.
Here, I gotta turn my volume thing down here. Thank
you, Todd, on your polite little pants. That's really important. I know this guy. You gotta watch out for him.
Okay. Well, I'm glad he's putting.
I never banned anybody until I got on Twitch. That seems to be the hot spot for rudeness.
Oh yeah, Twitch and Mixer. That's when you'll get the randoms.
Yeah, the randoms. Yeah.
Yeah, Facebook and YouTube don't give you any reach, so you don't have to worry about that.
Right.
Oh my God! Look at his hair. It's so stupid.
Yeah. That's where I get that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I know some. I don't even know.
Yeah,
Last
try being a
week it was
couple
like-
on.
Right. It's really weird.
Well, man, last time I was here, I mean, this is not an insult. This is a compliment. You have improved your production quality since last time I
Thank
was
you.
here.
I think you were you might have been the last person I interviewed before I just stopped interviewing people until I upgraded my whole system. My PC couldn't handle what I wanted it to do, and we made some investments, and I learned some stuff.
Yeah.
With your help too, I learned some stuff from you and just Googling.
Good to see.
Yeah, I'm excited.
But
I
yeah,
know
it's gotten easier.
It was a month or so that we were just like, okay, we're not bringing anybody on because
Because it was a mess.
oh, I don't know.
I like this. I hope it's still like a chill stream, right? Like,
Oh,
It
yeah.
is.
you don't have to hoity-toity here.
Yeah.
Because I have not eaten in hours. I've been live streaming on my channel, and
I saw that.
and I'm going to snack while we chill if
Oh,
that's
please
okay.
do.
That's all right. End of the stream,
Okay.
we're usually drunk
I'm
and
usually
just shoving lunch meat
snacking
in our face.
by the end or the next stream. We do
Christopher.
like a after party in the
put that
Liberty Memes Patreon group, and then we go in there, and I usually bring down a snack and crunch.
Nice.
What are you snacking on, if you don't mind me being nosy?
Oh, I cracked open my prepper stash, Pop-Tarts and and honey buns.
There you
Yes,
go.
oh my
Compact
gosh.
calories. That's the most
I
efficient
am
way.
so doing keto, and that's just killing me because
Yeah.
I want that so bad.
And as they said in Mexico, agua mineral, which is with fizzy water.
Fizzy.
Oh,
water.
fizzy water.
Soda. Yeah,
Nice.
I had never had club soda before until I went to Anarchast this year, and I literally drank nothing but, and it's amazing. And so I got home and I
Club
bought
soda.
like one of those Soda Stream machines.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
like the really expensive refills for them. Screw that. I went out and I bought like a CO2 tank and an
Nice.
adapter, and like a CO2 tank like hardwired in the back of my Soda Stream. Now I can crank out fizzy water all day. That's great.
The Binford Tools model.
Right, I was just thinking like the more power thing, right? My Carwood wants to know if we're 6 feet apart.
We just do the social distancing with our kids. We
Yeah.
keep them on a separate floor.
So I tried to tell
The
my
Lord of
kids.
the Flies up there.
I feel like we're on a spaceship and I'm on the outside. Like, hey guys, it's sure it's oxygenated in there.
Are you getting enough oxygen? I want to steal Space Ghost's studio.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
thinking about looking for that, putting them on the little TV.
Yes, that would be a lot of fun.
That's what I like about our show. There's no rules.
Yeah.
Hey, this is going to be awesome for ratings. Hold on.
Oh gosh. Okay. So you did mention Anarchast. Now, how was that?
Oh, yeah, you were there.
Yeah, you were there. And
You
how
showed us
long
some
were you
footage.
there?
We were there for like a week and a half. We went early and stayed late
Yay.
because we had a lot of recording to do, so we wanted to give ourselves enough time to do it. And then I did the main stage talk on Peaceful Parenting University, and
Great.
I think I rocked it, and I was very proud of myself. I was pretty nervous, and it ended up working great. So it was a great success. It was a good event. It was fun.
That's so great. Do you get nervous like getting up in front of
Thanks,
large
Todd.
crowds at all, or is it just kind of here?
I get nervous sitting in my basement like this.
Oh, don't get nervous.
do.
Did I get nervous? I definitely used to. I definitely used to.
Yeah.
But it's over time, first you start in front of a crowd of 10 people and you're like nervous and sweating, and then it's 30 and then you're like nervous and sweating, but then you go back to 10 and it's like, this is nothing. And then when you do 500, it's like nothing to have 200 or whatever. So
Yeah.
It's all perspective.
kind of get used to it,
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
I was nervous, but when I was standing backstage before I walked out. Once I walked out, it was good.
Oh
it was
yeah.
good.
Thanks for the share, Ben White.
I know. I haven't done a whole lot of public speaking, but when I have, it's always the working up to it. I mean, besides being on
No,
here,
she's,
but like
she's
actually
awesome
like
at that. Mary has a lot of anxiety, but talking
a
in
lot.
front of hundreds of people is not one of them. Like,
I like it. It's captive audience. You know?
I had to figure out like my style that was me, and every
Yeah.
time I tried to do somebody else's style, I got super nervous and I screwed it up completely. And
Yeah, you
I've
gotta
just-
go be you.
just got to this place where I'm like, hey, I am me.
Yep.
That is good enough. I will kick ass as Patrick, and
Absolutely.
whatever happens.
Yep. Yep.
It's just like with the Anarchast. Like there's a lot of thought I put into like when he asked me to take the show, and I was like, I am a lot of things, but Jeff Berwick is pretty much 180 degrees away from me. Like, he's so, like, he's chill, he's go along, get along, you know, he doesn't debate anybody, you know, he's just friendly, and he interviews people, and when I talk to people, I challenge literally everything, and I'm, you know, I'm fine, I'm happy to be combative and to debate and not let people get away with bullshit, and so I'm thinking, well, man, is this audience of Anarchast going to have this expectation that I'm just going to be like Jeff? And I'm like, you know, if I tried to be Jeff, I would be terrible at it. And so I'm just going to be Patrick, and we're going to do it.
Yeah.
So. I love how you ask the tough questions and get into people, but with a smile on your face and so cordial. and it's like it kills them because they can't get mad at you.
Yeah, you're just like, this is the question. I'm just asking a question. That's great.
I shouldn't talk with my mouth full. I interviewed that libertarian presidential candidate recently. Somebody, Rhett somebody, and man, he is only very tenuously libertarian.
Really?
And it was just do an hour and a half long roast, basically.
Oh boy.
Super awkward for him. I was having a blast. You can see it.
Oh my gosh.
No.
I was afraid you were going to say that Rhett E. Boogie or whatever that they're voting for this year.
Yeah.
No, I think his name's Rhett Smith. He's running in the Libertarian Party.
Really?
For president. And
wow.
And he asked to be on my show, and I was like, "Do you know who I am?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, I've seen your stuff." I'm like, "All right, well,
buckle up."
Buckle up, yeah. Oh gosh. I'm glad you had a good time.
Oh, I was fine.
Yeah.
I was perfect. Yep.
Rhett Smith.
Have you ever had
no relation.
That's what he said. He shares your last name.
Right. Have you ever had an awkward moment or two that stand out for you, like when you were interviewing somebody?
Usually, I mess up two parts of shows. Number one is the intro. I'm terrible at intros. I usually do something like leave a mic muted or something, and so I'll do the intro. Well, and like people will be like, "We can't hear you."
Yep.
That's
always sound.
Number two is I'll always say something that makes sense in my head, but is somehow incredibly insulting to them.
Okay. That's always fun.
Wow.
Just like something awkward, or like I'll ask a question in a way that makes it seem like I'm judging something they did or something, and I don't all, but so then I have to backpedal. That's what I do.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's okay though, you know, if it's coming from the right place. But I understand. I've said a thing or two before, just in my whole life. I mean, I think we all have, where it's like, oh, that sounded wrong. It sounded so much better in my head.
Yeah, I'm more act first and ask forgiveness later.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. So, are you ready to move on to the big topic of the coronavirus? Probably don't.
Oh, sure.
Have you heard of it?
No,
I'm joking. Do you know?
What?
Yeah, it's this weird thing that's going on. It's on all the news.
Yep.
So I really want to ask ask questions and pick your brain about from the like anarchist point of view, you know, like how things are shutting down and people should stay in. Do you feel with this virus that people really should be staying in? Obviously without the threat of violence, but how do you feel about this virus, and should people be staying in?
Take me full screen real quick. I want to lead with
oh crap.
Oh crap.
I can do this. I want to
lead Libertarian presidential candidate McAfee and what he has to say on it. So
okay.
Let me know when I'm full screen, and and I'll give it to you.
Dave's gonna do the thing.
Okay, we should still be normal.
Space. All right.
If it's gonna mess you up, don't worry about it.
I think I can do this.
You think you can do it? I believe in you, Dave. I do.
If it's too, don't worry about it. I'm gonna mess up his whole stream, and everybody's gonna blame me. All right,
no, he's got it. There you go.
McAfee.
on all of my stuff.
Oh
so
my gosh!
all
Everything's gonna play.
So that's his take on it.
Wow. Yeah. So no, but so your question was like, what do I think people should do?
I mean, yes. How serious do you think this virus is? Do you feel that it would be better if people did stay in? But obviously, we shouldn't force people to do it. But would you like to see people like staying in instead of being out and spreading it?
Wow, I think a lot of things. The first thing I think is that people should not listen to me on this topic because I'm not a doctor and I don't know what I'm talking about. And I think most of us are just kind of reading third-hand information from non-experts and and I'm not appealing to the authority of government experts. I'm just saying experts in general, like you're not a medical researcher. You don't need to form opinions based on, unless you're doing studies, like, shut up.
Right.
I mean, that's my opinion. What am I doing? I'm in a unique situation, so I can't even say that people should be doing what I'm doing. My daughter's immunocompromised, so we're in a situation where we have to be like stupid careful. Yeah. And so like two weeks ago, before the virus was even in the United States, we quarantined at the house. We haven't left the house in about 14 days.
Really?
So we stocked up on everything that we needed before the grocery stores were, even being talked about as being hit. And, we've been perfectly comfortable eating our prepper stashes and, we're totally safe from any viruses or anything just because we started early. But that should definitely not be what most people are doing. We're in a unique situation. So I can't even tell people to do what we're doing.
Yeah.
Do I think it's real? I don't see any signs pointing to it not being real. That would probably be some pretty epic level conspiracy theories to say that it's not. Though, I would be open to that, but very skeptical at this point. So it's somewhere in between, like, almost nothing and end of the world. And, you have to pick your expert. You have to pick what subject matter expert that you want to listen to, and then you have to apply some kind of heuristic to that to make it reasonable. So, like, what I did is, I don't know, like a week ago, did you see that clip with Joe Rogan had a guy on his show where he talked about the numbers and the predictions for it?
I heard about it. That one sounded scary, right?
He basically said it's going to basically be 10 times worse than the worst flu season that we've had, which is not apocalyptic. It's just bad. And so then what you do is you take that, so you find somebody that you can somewhat trust that's a subject matter expert and apply whatever anti-bias you want to apply to it. So if they're, a government agent, maybe you want to apply a little negative, calm down. Okay. Whatever. But then, so if he says it's 10x the worst flu, okay, well, let's go an order of magnitude lower and higher than that and figure out what we think is reasonable. And, if we go 10x lower, okay, we're dealing with the worst flu season. If we go 10x higher, we're dealing with, like, the end of human civilization. So somewhere in there is reality, and we should take action accordingly. And where you think that lies is kind of something that you have to decide. Don't listen to not governor. I'm an expert on anarchy and philosophy and things having nothing to do with cytokinology and viruses or virology. So I don't even know the studies, so please don't listen to me.
I don't.
No, yeah, that's kind of what I do. Is I listen to the crazies on regular MSN that the world is doomed and we're all gonna die, and then some of the people I like, they're just like, this is all out of whack. They're not using the right numbers, and I kind of go back and forth, but I kind of end up in the middle there, where it's like, even if I wasn't told to be, I wouldn't be going out, just to do my part, I don't want my parents to get it, so I don't want to pick it up because I want to visit my parents every once in a while.
Yeah.
Sure. And this is in my wheelhouse, and I can tell you for certain, everything the government doing is terrible and making it worse.
That was going to be...
That is my biggest fear.
My next question was...
That's what gives me anxiety every day. It's like, what are they going to do next?
Yeah.
They've already decimated the economy. It's like... And now it's like they're calling up the National Guard. This is where my anxiety comes from, and it's not from
and it's like
getting
some
the
people
flu.
are begging for like martial law.
Yeah,
like
they want it.
they need to do this and they need to do that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you are freaking me out. Like you people are
The general
freaking
public,
me
the
out.
whole toilet paper thing freaked me out. That made me go online and buy mass quantities of self-protection
Yeah.
for the first time in my life. Because the toilet paper was gone, and I'm like, these people,
and people
are crazy.
are fighting over toilet paper. What's going to happen if it gets down to fighting for actual, like,
rice.
you know, yeah.
Bread.
The inside word on Texas is that Monday they're going to, quote, lock everything down.
Really?
So we'll see what. They've already banned basically all businesses. So.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in PA. We got hit quick.
In here.
They've done that in Pennsylvania. You know, any non-essential store is to be closed, and they also put out, as other places have too, I've seen them, but the phone number to, if you see a business that's open, call this number, and if nobody answers, leave a message, and then we'll go visit their business and
If you
make
see
sure
something, say something.
Yeah, and I mean, I know how you probably feel about that, but if you want to talk about that, I just think it's like, I don't know, like a hotline. Like, come on, really? I mean,
That's why I had that name 1-800-RAT-CHAT ready, because we have it at work.
yeah. It's a little much.
I think it's in Texas. They banned gatherings of 10 or more people in Texas right now, and so all the don't comply guys are basically like, "Hey, time for a barbecue.
Yeah.
Let's do it."
We weren't going to do it, but then you told us not to.
Right.
we don't really want to leave the house right now, but if you're going to tell us not to,
It's irresponsible.
Yeah. Now I feel like I have to.
Yeah.
Juan is in Illinois, and he says the Illinois lockdown isn't so bad. I don't know how locked down everybody is everywhere, but
Yeah, mine feels normal because we never went out. We never went to fast food or restaurants anyways. We were trying to save money. Coming up to this, luckily, we made smarter financial decisions. I was really close to getting laid off today, and then somehow our corporation convinced the governor, well, actually, their lawyers convinced the governor that we are we're necessary.
Oh.
So, yeah, we were close.
And the feds are like giving unemployment insurance for free, like welfare whores to everybody, right?
That's what I hear. Yeah, I hear they even waive the 1 week waiting period that PA usually has. So as soon as you're out, you can go on unemployment, get on the dole, which I certainly would have. I've given them more than enough of my money.
Nothing bad will come of that program, I promise.
Tony says it was spooky driving through Pennsylvania. Were you allowed to stop anywhere?
Oh,
They
yeah,
had
the
closed
rest
down
stops
all
were
the rest
closed?
stops. I think they reopened like a couple of the. I don't know. All the truck stops were like closed, and I mean, how can you drive through Pennsylvania and not go to the bathroom? You know, not get gas. You can't go anywhere.
State.
Yeah, it is. So I mean, do you feel that they're? Never mind. Let me put all those words back in. Of course, the government's overreacting, Mary.
Patrick, we saved the city.
Anything overreacting and dying and going out of existence is overreacting.
Yeah. What do you feel is? I mean, in your gut, do you have any like speculation for us, like in the days ahead? A lot has changed in just 7 days here, and what do you think in the days or even months ahead?
I think 2 to 3 weeks we're going to start to see if the government is going to take advantage of this situation, or if people are going to demand like more than they already have. But I mean, like
Yeah.
like 9/11 Patriot Act long term, 20-year take advantage of it, or if they're just going to do the temporary test of their flexing their tyranny muscles
Yeah.
for a couple weeks just to see where the line is and then let it go back to normal or whatever.
Yeah, but then they'll know.
Yeah, 2 or 3 weeks we'll know which way it's going to go.
Yeah. Oh.
Somebody said that on my Facebook. One of my friends said, "What's really going on here?" And I'm like, "This is just the government flexing because of all the boog memes."
Yeah. Well. Hey, even now that.
Want to see who's gonna? The best way to see who the dissidents are is to do a little test run and see who stands up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. There's so many more of us than there are of them, though. But I guess then you have because I think of the people, and then the government. But then I think of the people who support the government, so we would be standing up against those people too, who are standing up for the government. Sorry, I was thinking out loud there. Okay, so I wonder, do you think that the government is doing this for good, shutting things down? Is this like they're doing it for the betterment of the people, or is it like all a power grab, or somewhere maybe in between?
Or political play.
I know.
Do you know?
Sorry. I know. I want to hear you say these things. And for people who don't,
is doing good. No.
Do you think they have good intentions though?
Millions of people to control them out of doing their business. It doesn't matter if it's for a holy mother of God, beautiful reason. You're still pointing guns at people. You're doing evil in the name of good, like always. That's all it ever does. No, it's not good. No, it's not necessary. People should just inform each other on what's going on. The subject matter experts should put out publications and content telling us, what their predictions are. The problem is we can't trust, like some local people here in Texas constantly drill into me. We can't trust most of the science that we're being told about because it's funded by government, and so it could potentially be biased. And so who do we trust? You're either an expert, in which case you're likely have some sort of government license, or you're some dude in your basement who may or may not know anything about what he's talking about, so it's hard to get good information with the government around.
Yeah,
it is. It really.
Yeah, I think a lot of this could have been done with a good media campaign. The first shutdown of all the local restaurants and bars on St. Patrick's Day, which is huge in Erie.
Huge,
huge.
Ginormous.
Mobs of green-coated people going down the streets of downtown.
6 a.m.
and I didn't realize it at first that it wasn't mandatory. They suggested we shut it down, and it just shut down. People were like, okay, but we don't want to be the ones that are being looked at as irresponsible. And I think with a good media campaign of that kind of stuff, you don't need this mandatory stuff.
That's true.
I think people are sufficiently freaked out just by being told about what's happening. It's not like they're only self-quarantining because the government is ordering them to. People were self-quarantining before that happened, so
yes.
We're in the bunker.
Right, exactly. They've had we were going to go on a trip and we decided to. What's that?
Do you have a vault number?
Oh, I don't think I have the picture. Is it this one?
If you had to guess the number.
69. I was guessing 42, but 69 works too.
Yeah.
Well, I got the 76 shirt, but I have the Don't Panic shirt on also.
Yeah, yep.
But I just wanted to get some nice in the comment section.
Some nice, nice. We were going to take a trip last week, and we made the decision not to. And I'm so glad. I really felt at peace after we'd canceled everything at the very last minute. It was just starting to kind of come into, the United States more and more every day, obviously outbreaks and stuff. And I just thought, oh gosh, we're taking our kids on a 10-hour drive. They're going to touch everything. For me, I don't want us to get it, but I also don't want to help spread it either, so we decided that we weren't going to go, and it was really hard, but we did it anyway. But I feel very good about that choice. And so we stayed in. Dave, he did go to the store. He waited in the half-hour line with people. People were
solitaire.
Nice. Yeah, they were nice.
I actually talk to more people than I usually do.
But I don't know, seeing people fighting over toilet paper and stuff, it's really weird. It's a strange world now. Fighting over toilet paper.
Dumb.
What's that?
Humans are really dumb.
Yeah,
there's a real herd mentality.
Yeah.
A lot of
Right, exactly.
I saw a quick meme. It's like a lawn chair in the backyard with a sprinkler head under it. You don't need toilet paper.
Right.
Cut a hole in the bottom of the lawn chair. Turn it on.
I really don't want to take a shower every time I go number 2, but whatever. Water's still running.
At least you don't need toilet paper as often as a girl needs toilet paper, so, but I guess drip dry? I don't know. Sorry. I've only had one beer. I'm not, Okay, so I have so many little things written all over this piece of paper. I can't. What are you pointing to?
Oh, he said I saw a lot of civility this week.
Oh, yeah.
Our town is really civil.
That's what my dad said too. He went out and I got really mad at him. He's 66 and he has heart failure and asthma. And I was like, what the hell are you going out for? You have us to go get things for you, But he said everyone was really nice, He
loves to talk to everybody.
He does love to talk to people. So Peter Gay said this, and it really caught my attention. But he said, how long before they shut down social media, do you think, for misinformation type of...
That's our whole gig.
We have to keep everyone safe with the correct information, you know?
Thanks, Lyle.
Scanning. Control. Manipulate scientific data. Take over. Blast. Control world government. Shut down infrastructure. Ship everything to China. He just...
Wow, you got some good... Feel free to play clips anytime.
It's like you're taking over my reactions.
I think I don't think they will because I don't think they will because the thing keeping the masses placated right now is internet access and their ability to connect with each other from inside their bunker houses.
Oh, okay.
So the worst thing the government could do right now is mess with people's abilities because right now, like, honestly, as long as you've got food, modern first world living is pretty chill right now. Like, people are basically getting to work from home, which, you know, they're perfectly able to do. They're able to talk to all of their people, mostly the way they do anyway. Like, life is kind of normal relatively normal. It's definitely doesn't feel like a fallout shelter scenario right now.
Right.
Because we have internet.
Yeah.
If they start messing with our ability to communicate, our social networks, our, you know, all of the things that we're doing that make life still feel mostly normal, they're going to have problems, I think. I don't think they'll do that. I think they're going to, if anything, they might learn something dangerous that people can be kept a lot calmer as long as they let them have their internet access.
Yes.
While they take everybody's rights away. You know what I mean?
Entertain ourselves here.
As long as they can be, I can't think of the word, but yeah, entertained.
Placated.
You know. So Roller Girl said, you know, about taking away the internet, everyone will go mental, and it just, for some reason, I had this image in my head of like guys in the basement playing games all day, like coming up and raging. Like, we're taking the government down.
Shut down my Battlefield server.
I can't play World of Warcraft now.
Like, gamers' lives have changed literally zero. And
right.
Don't mess with them. You think there's memes right now.
Right. If you take away their internet, I feel like that would be the tipping point for them. They would come out
of their basements. Ma, get my clock.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I want to get kind of away from the coronavirus for a little bit because that's all I see. I don't know, just all I see. And the memes are great, you know? Yeah. Can we talk a little bit about your Peaceful Parenting? It's Peaceful Parenting University. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. Okay. PeacefulParentingUniversity.com. Yep.
All right. So what is that all about? Tell us, you know, for people out there who have kids that want to know about peaceful parenting.
Because
it's the first thing I've done recently that's not directly targeted to anarcho-capitalists or voluntarists or people that are necessarily already woke. It's targeted more towards the world, to parenting generally, kind of at large, and it starts from the principles of peaceful parenting, which is a growing popular thing outside of voluntarist circles. A lot of crunchy parents are already kind of into it, but they're doing it from a, how do you say this without being insulting? From a non-principled stance. They're doing it because it's the trendy, crunchy thing to do, is to, you know, peaceful parents or whatever. And for those that care about the principles and care about making parenting part of their activism, and I think it's important to move beyond peaceful parenting to, it's the same thing as voluntarism. Like, when we say that we're anarchists, we're telling people what we don't want. We don't want force. We want all of our relationships to be voluntary. Well, sorry, I actually jumped myself there. So when we tell people we're anarchists, we're telling people what we don't want. We don't want rulers. We don't want force. When we tell people we're voluntarists, we're telling people what we do want. We want all of our relationships to be voluntary. Sorry, the sugar from these donuts is going to my head. So
that's quite all right.
So peaceful parenting kind of does the same thing. It tells people what we don't want in parenting. We don't want to hit our kids. Don't hit your kids. You know, don't control, don't punish, don't treat them like less than human. But it doesn't tell people what we do want, and it damn sure doesn't give anybody any tools to actually do it. I mean, that's the problem I ran into when, 6-7 years ago, I realized that peaceful parenting was not really a choice. It was the only ethical avenue to take with parenting. And I accepted that fact. And then I immediately got terrified because I had no idea how to actually parent. Telling people not to hit kids is not enough. It doesn't tell you what the hell to do.
Yeah, you took away all my tools. I don't know what to...
I know. It's like you took your toolbox and you just threw it out the window, and now
you'll fix that.
Yeah. And so what I'm trying to create for people is principled parenting. I'm going to create a series of courses, a lot of them. I think I have 55-ish already planned, ready to start being recorded on actually practical. Here is what you do to implement principled parenting in your actual life day to day. And I said this on stage at Anarchast. I'm not telling people how to realign their chakras. I'm not trying to preach philosophy. I'm literally going to say, here is a common situation that literally every parent runs into. Here is the principle that should be applied, and here is the actual practical, this is what you do to implement that principle in your life and in your family and in your home's situation.
I need to check that out.
So
I go right to yelling.
If you go right now to peacefulparentinguniversity.com, because we haven't officially launched it yet, if you put yourself on the email list, when we do launch pretty soon, we're going to launch with a few videos, maybe 5 of the videos, and then go from there. The more videos that we add, the higher the monthly price is going to go. So if you get in the beginning, you lock in the lowest monthly price that it will ever be, and you'll get the whole university as it develops forever and ever. And the other thing that we're doing other things too. So we're going to have a monthly. We're doing what?
That's right. I hope that's right. I typed it in, but I'm hoping I typed it right.
Oh, no. Peaceful has an E in it.
Oh.
You need to go to a kind of university. Just kidding.
After the C. That's okay. Delete it. You can delete it.
I don't know if I can. It just went out on every source.
Totally fine.
Don't click that. I don't know where it's going to
go. So the idea is to be able to produce something like this, we need to start being able to revenue on the knowledge and experience that we have. I've given away so much of I've given away literally all of my content for a long time. For 6 years I've been doing Disenthrall. I haven't charged for any content. I have, and I'm not just bragging or being boastful or whatever. I literally I started with an empty toolbox, and I have created a pretty chock full handle everything toolbox, and now it's time for me to give it away, not give it away, but to give it to other people. I want to create a platform to do that under. And so the other things we're going to be doing is we're going to have monthly roundtables where all the parents can basically call into a voice chat. We'll probably do it on Discord or something like that, and we can share tips, because a big part of it is I still don't have all the answers. I'm still one parent, and there's going to be situations that I haven't thought of, or I'm not prepared to give an answer to, but other parents are going to experience things, and they're going to be able to trade tips and trade knowledge and exchange tools. And hey guys, this and this happened, and here's something I tried and it worked really well. Or they can come to the round table and be like, guys, my kid is just not eating well enough. Help me. What do you guys, give me advice, give me tips, give me things like that. So that's what the monthly roundtable will be for. It's not a support group, that's the wrong word, but like a network of people that can get together to do that. So for members, you'll have access to the monthly roundtable. And then the last thing I'll do is obviously offer one-on-one consultations and things like that for people that maybe have a private issue or a private matter that they think that I could give them some advice on. So a massive library of videos, monthly roundtables and one-on-one discussions. That will be on peacefulparentinguniversity.com. Put your email on there now, and you'll get when it releases, you'll get the lowest rate that we ever provide locked in. So
that's awesome. I like that a lot, because
it didn't show his comment on this stream.
Oh, whose comment?
The one where he actually put the website in there. Facebook hit it.
Todd, can you type that in again, because
maybe it'll show up.
Facebook doesn't like to.
I can copy it.
Show comments. Sometimes our comments, people that don't show up. So I love that.
And you can see my Anarchast talk on there as well. So on that page, you can see my whole talk, and it was much to the chagrin of the people running Anarchast, but I published it anyway. They wanted it to be paywalled and for people to pay $90 to see the Anarchast talks. I published it anyway. Got in a little trouble, but it's there.
That's great though. I'm really looking forward to that because it is a little overwhelming, like you said. Like you throw out that toolbox and then you're like, wait, where do I go? Where do I start? And then now, anytime you just like go online, try to Google something, it's like completely overwhelming with all the different, information coming at you. And then I just shut down and I'm like, well, that's it. That's what I do. I just shut down, which I know is not good. So yeah, I sound like a computer, like literally. I'm just like, it's happening, Dave. But I'm very interested.
How about a freebie? How do you get your kids to eat what they're supposed to eat when they don't want to eat that?
Any advice on that?
Well, yeah. If you don't have to control the kid if you control what you buy. And that's kind of difficult advice for some people that like filling the house with junk food.
Just crackers.
But if you don't buy if you don't buy anything that you don't want them to eat, the problem will take care of itself.
Wow.
They will get hungry, I promise. And, they'll eat what you provide. And that's usually like only something that like a thing that you have to go through in transition. Like when you're used to having a house full of junk, you go through a few day hard transition period where they're not finding the things that they're used to eating, but they get hungry. People get hungry and then they stop thinking about their diet even being changed. So the easiest way is to, and this is going to be a reoccurring theme for most of the things we talk about at the Peaceful Parenting University, is it ends up being changes that you make to yourself rather than ways you're used to using force on them to get what you want.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things. There's a whole universe of things that you'll find out that you end up changing things that are under your control, and the effects just kind of roll downhill and make life easier without having to force the kid or spank them or punish them or threaten them or whatever.
Yeah. Or just shutting down like I do when they're all like they're whining at me and I'm just like, I don't even know. Both of them, the 5 and 6 year old, are whining at me and I'm like, I don't know how to make this stop. I'm lost now. I feel like I'm too far gone. I don't know what to do. I'm drowning in their whining and I don't know. So I just shut down. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom now.
How old are they?
5 and 6. The 6-year-old is very
intense.
Super intense, very strong-willed.
That's good though.
It is. It is. And
he's going to do something.
He is going to be
I just
something.
hope it's good and not evil.
That's my son.
Our
That's my
5-year-old
son.
okay.
Ahead.
So you have a strong-willed child too. Okay, yeah. He's the middle. It's tough. It's tough.
Embrace it. It's beautiful.
Okay.
It's a thing that you have to love because that's what we're trying to create. We're trying to create people that have their own wills, that don't need a mother and a father telling them what they can and can't do, that don't ask permission or don't ask what they should be doing and shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
They just do it because, God damn it, they exist and they're alive and it's their body and their choice. And screw you if you're going to tell them otherwise. Like that's the whole point of principled peaceful parenting, is to create humans like that. Because when they get to adulthood, they're going to do the same thing to the government and every other jackass that tries to control them. Like, that's exactly what we want. Yeah.
Yep. No, I think, and I do, I see him as an adult as long as he's, and that's what I want. I want to like guide him on that road, not control him or force him in any direction, but I want to help guide him with that strong will to keep it, but not to like go off track and be like crazy, but he's super duper intense. And Aaron loves Chris.
What do you mean by intense? You can't say intense. What does that mean?
Like right in your face?
Yeah, he'll get in your face. Like
relentless.
Not like get in your face like this.
Yeah, but he will literally be in your face and just be, hey, mom.
Like it doesn't matter that I'm in the middle of something or anything. Like I'm on the phone trying to talk to somebody, like an actual like appointment I need to make, and I ask beforehand, everybody please leave me alone. I'm about to use the phone, because they're always within like 2 feet of me. So I get on the phone, and then he's like over there and he's like whispering to me and mom, but like right here, and then he does this lean thing. Like he gets, and Dave was like, how does he get so dense? Like he gets so much heavier. He just like leans and then just like, I don't know, gains like 20 pounds and just like, and it almost knocks me over. And I told him today, I was like, you almost knocked me over just from that. And I don't enjoy that. It hurts me and I don't want to fall. And he's like, you hurt my feelings. And I like, ran away and I'm like, okay.
Very sensitive also.
Yeah. So I don't know what to, but he's such a good kid. He feels his feelings 110%, no matter what.
But he's a different personality than both of us. So it's like something new and crazy.
There's 2 videos on the list that I would link you to if they existed yet in the Peaceful Parenting University.
Okay.
is dealing with need for attention, and the second one is making deals. And like you end up, once you recognize their self-ownership and their complete autonomy, that they are equals to you, you end up realizing that life just becomes making deals constantly. Like you're always just making deals. Like, hey, I'm going to talk before you talk on the phone, well, I'll save it for the video mostly, but there's multi-steps. Number one is, and I talk about this in my Anarchapoko speech actually too. So the first thing you do is you prepare them ahead of time. Hey, I'm about to talk on the phone. That means that I'm going to need to be left alone. You're going to need to play by yourself, or at least not talk to me for a little while. I'm going to talk on the phone for maybe 15 minutes or something like that. I need you to not interrupt me and not get on my lap and not get in my face while I'm on the phone. What would you like to do when I'm done? And then you them fill in the blank.
That deal. Yeah. Wow.
I want to play blah, or I want to put this on the TV, or they'll literally make up whatever. And it will either be something out of range, and you'll have to negotiate them down, or it'll be something easy that you didn't even know they needed that you can. Oh yeah, of course we'll put that on TV for you, whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, let's make a deal. You let me talk on the phone, and after I'm done, I'll fill XYZ. Do we have a deal? And they'll be like, yeah, I agree. That's my deal. And if you want to, even with your son, shake on it or whatever like that.
Oh yeah, he'll wanna.
And 5 minutes into your phone call, he might have forgotten the deal, especially at his age. And so what you say is, hey, remember we had a deal? Remember you wanted XYZ? If you do this again, you're breaking our deal. We're not going to do that.
Breach your contract, buddy.
Yeah.
That's usually what you do. You are breaking our deal is one of the most powerful phrases that exist in my house. Hey, you realize you're breaking our deal right now. You promised you wouldn't do X. You are doing X. Consequences, whatever consequences were agreed on. So upfront part of the deal would be like, now if you break our deal, I'm not going to want to do blah, something like that. So you just get in the habit of like doing that constantly for everything, just all the time. Prepare, make a deal, execute the deal. That's it solves so many problems.
Nice.
I'm really loving that. Oh my gosh.
Because really, like we try yelling. And it doesn't seem to work.
I don't like to yell. I do not like
Mary
yelling.
Hates yelling.
So I don't yell. And
That's
then
my
all of a
move.
sudden
Good.
I will I'll get to that point though where I've held it in for so long that all of a sudden I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. But that's about as far as it goes, like I
And
have
then you
my
probably
own
feel
little
bad
outburst.
about it afterwards.
Yeah. And they're like, okay, mom, whatever, but I really just keep it in, just gotta do, I don't know, but I'm really
tried
interested.
everything, yelling, screaming, everything.
Oh man, I'm really interested in that. Do you have estimated date on when you're going to launch that site?
We probably have a month to go just to get like an initial maybe 5 or 6 videos to go, because I don't want to just start right now. The only thing we could offer you if people signed up today would be the monthly meetings. And I don't really feel comfortable charging people for monthly meetings yet, so I want to at least get some initial content out so that I have offer people. Even though we're going to offer the early people, a much lower price than we'll offer later once we have 50 videos or whatever. Like once this library is in place, it will be worth something. Trust me, like when I was a parent and I realized my toolbox was empty, I was like, somebody take my money and tell me what the fuck to do.
This 10 minutes has been worth money.
Yeah. Seriously, this is amazing.
It will be worth something to people. And so, I'm looking for it.
Yes, I am also looking forward to that. I want to kind of transition because you mentioned library, and that has books. So there's 2 things. I want to talk about the Minecraft library thing that you went.
Because we had questions earlier.
But I also want to talk about you're reading. You're doing audio versions of books for people. Is that correct? Do you want to talk about what's coming out?
Which is awesome because you have a great radio voice there.
You have a wonderful voice. I really enjoy listening. I listened to you read some of the stuff on the Minecraft video. I was like, I think
I could actually pull a little. Well, it doesn't matter. But so I've done 3 audiobooks so far, or 2.5, I guess. The first one that I did was an unschooling book by Mark Beaumont. That's available now, as well as it's available to Disenthrall supporters. So if you're a Disenthrall Patreon or Subscribe Star supporter, you have access to that entire audiobook for free as part of your support on unschooling.
Okay.
Then the second audiobook I did was Larkin Rose's The Most Dangerous Superstition. That will be on Audible hopefully within a month, and is already going to be available as part of Larkin Rose's new subscription thing called the Rose Channel. For those of you that aren't aware, if you want to hear every single word, pretty much almost every single word that's ever come out of Larkin Rose's mouth, check out therosechannel.com. And as part of that subscription, not only do you get access to like 300 some odd podcast style episodes that he's already made, you also get the entire Candles in the Dark seminar, and I think he's also including the Most Dangerous Superstition audiobook that I am going to publish here very soon.
Oh,
so
wow.
that's therosechannel.com. That's the second one.
Okay.
therosechannel.com. The third thing is the one I'm working on now. I'm about 2/3 done. Is Walter Block. For those of you who don't know who he is, he's one of the most prominent libertarian thinkers ever to exist, or at least certainly ever to exist, and that is still alive. Like he used to hang out with Ayn Rand, at Rothbard's house. Like that's his sort of pedigree. Like he is a really smart guy that's done an absolute metric ton of writing, and he does interviews with lots of people. You guys should get him on the show if you want to talk about some libertarian topic specifically. I'm sure I could help you get him on for that or whatever. But
thank you. That'd be awesome.
he's written books. He's written many books, but some of his most popular books are Defending the Undefendable, and that's where he goes through a bunch of topics and defends what are normally seen by society as the bad guys. So like corporate raiders, prostitutes, peeping toms is one of the ones in this current book.
He defends that.
There's a whole chapter, and it is not a short chapter. Like I was surprised. I'm like, man, I've been talking about peeping toms for like 30 minutes on this audiobook that I'm doing. But yeah, he defends peeping toms. Here, let me pull up my little folder and I'll tell you some of the ones from this. So anyway, I'm recording the audiobook for Defending the Undefendable 2, which is the second version, or the not the second edition, but the sequel to Defending the Undefendable 1. And then I think I have 2 more of his books queued up behind that one that we'll be doing. So I'm just gonna do Block's entire discography if he'll let me. Let's see, the Smugglers, British Petroleum. You remember back in the oil spill times?
Yeah.
Home Wreckers, Picket Line Crossers, illicit daycare providers, human organ merchants.
Oh my goodness.
That's a rough one.
Let's see. Sexists, peeping toms, ageists, homophobes. Like he has a chapter 20 is defending homophobes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so it's been pretty interesting. Like there's been a couple times I'm recording the audiobook, I'm reading along and I'm like blah 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 blah. What did I just say? Like, I want that
oh shit, that's in my voice.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Oh my.
Yep.
That's great.
Twitch needs to chill.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so now you did a live stream today, and you were checking out that whole Minecraft library thing that I saw somebody post about. Can you share a little bit about? I only got to see a little bit. I heard you reading some of the stuff, but what's it like?
That was pretty cool. Here, let me see if I can throw it up in the background. It's called the Uncensored Library, and it was made by the Reporters Without Borders people, which is a group of journalists. See if I can jump towards in the video where it's actually. There we go, something like that. So it's a world created in Minecraft, where by the Reporters Without Borders, they got together a bunch of gamers and game designers, and they designed this entire Minecraft world with this massive library inside of it. And,
wow, that's huge.
Wow.
It is huge. It is immaculate. It is beautiful. It's one of the greatest things I've ever seen in a video game. But forget all of that. Like they put censored and banned books inside this library. So like these are like books and publications that were like people were murdered over in some of the most violent, like nasty regimes in history. They put the works of these people in this library, and like there's some monuments to some of the people that were killed, especially in Mexico. Like you walk into the Mexico room and there's little monuments around the room with pictures of the people that were murdered, along with the actual like a piece of journalism that maybe led to them being murdered, and like a little story of their life or whatever. And so like, you know, you think of it as like, oh, we're playing Minecraft, it's a video game, like whatever. But then you like get in here and you're seeing like the story of people being dismembered in the what do you call those places, like consulates. So like people are being dismembered in consulates because they spoke out against, you know, whatever prince was in charge of whatever terrible country is at play. And you realize like this is it's like a virtual space, but it feels like a hallowed ground almost being in there.
Yeah, it's so silly with all this blocky graphics.
But yeah, it's amazing that they did that. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So like the main room has the flag of every country in the world, and it's got this massive like world map.
Sorry about that.
It's got this massive world map on the ground, and then each country has its own room, and it's like the worst countries in the world. Yeah, and so we read one of the stories, and it was like this guy that was in a prison, and he had been in prison for like literally nothing, and he was a Harry Potter fan, and so like some visitor gave him a Harry Potter wand, and so to like get through the whole thing mentally, he started, you know, having fun casting Harry Potter spells on objects in his room, and you know, like he trapped a worm in a jar and named it whatever Harry Potter's owl was. He named it after the owl. I forgot, but it was like a really intense story, and yeah, I mean, this is all in Minecraft. It was just mind blowing. So
that's amazing. That's amazing. We're gonna have to check that out. Yeah. I'm glad that you went through that you did that, and I saw it. At first I thought like, is this a joke? You know, like when I saw it on Facebook, but no, it's real. I'm so glad that you went through and did that. Yes.
I am too.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
so oh, go ahead.
The other thing about Anarchast now is I for the first time have like 2 platforms, which is weird for me. Let me get rid of this. I didn't know what to do with it, and I was worried because a lot of what I do on Disenthrall is I interview people and I debate people, and we talk philosophy and all this stuff. And then I was like, okay, well, Anarchast, am I going to be interviewing people and doing the same stuff there? So like, you know, what's the point? What do I do? And the conclusion I've kind of come to is that Disenthrall is like, I don't know, it's like my house. It's like my chill place. I do what I want. You know, I interview people, I debate people, I do video game content, whatever. And Anarchast can be, you know, Anarchast, you know, where we interview anarchists and, you know, introduce the world to anarchists. And that's fine. Both can exist.
They can.
And so that's like, yeah, it's like, let me sort of like have space to just do what I want with Disenthrall now. It really feels good. So subscribe to Disenthrall if you want the chill stuff and the fun stuff, and subscribe to Anarchast if you want to see the cool people get interviewed.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so happy for you to have, you know, that kind of balance, and that you feel so comfortable with what you're doing. Let everyone know again where they can find you, what platforms, you know, Anarchast and Disenthrall. Where can they find Patrick Smith?
All of the Disenthrall stuff is on. You can find all the platforms, and there's a lot of them. Disenthrall.me/platforms. Disenthrall.me/platforms. And you can see behind me.
Wow.
Wow.
When we upload video, it literally goes all over the internet. We're
oh my
kind of
gosh.
ports in that regard. So we published a Pornhub. We published a library. You know, go check out our Pornhub channel. I won't click on that here because it'll probably get your video taken down. But we have.
We'll check it out later.
Yeah. Do that later. Yeah. So
that'll be the after party.
We live stream to 7 different platforms at once. You know, so we go everywhere.
Wow.
I only have 5. I gotta up my game.
Do we have 5? How many do we have?
Yeah.
So disenthrall.me/platforms for all the Disenthrall stuff, and then of course Anarchast I think is on YouTube and Library and BitChute.
Okay. How great. Oh.
And we got a good question for Twitch. Your Patreon?
Patreon is on here too. So we do Patreon, Subscribestar, Super Chats. We have swag stores, but Patreon is patreon.com/disenthrall.
Nice.
Yay.
And Subscribestar is the same. And there is, I don't know how many behind the scenes, and we call them after streams. So a lot of times when I interview somebody cool,
okay,
when we finish the stream and the stream's over, for some reason, like something about turning the stream off makes the guest start talking about really cool things, and so we end up having really good conversations after the stream is up. I leave it recording, and then I release those to the supporters only. So we have a bunch of after stream videos in there with conversations with people. We have a bunch of for people interested, all these fancy backgrounds that I use in all of my Disenthrall shows, the 3D renders that I do. I release those as wallpaper engine wallpapers on Steam. So if you know what wallpaper engine is, it's a way to put animated wallpapers on your desktop, on your computer. And so I release all of my wallpapers as wallpaper engine wallpapers so that you can have the Disenthrall backgrounds on your computer. That's awesome. All for as well. So
I love the graphics in all of your streams.
Yeah.
And the one gave us.
Yes, thank you so much for that. I love it. I really do.
Where is it? Right here.
Oh, there it is.
You said that was a quick one you whipped up.
I have no idea how.
It was like 4 hours. Like, don't be too proud of it. It was just something I wanted to you guys out with. So.
Well, I've played with Blender, and that seems like you need to take a whole series of courses to figure out how to operate that software. I just stole somebody else's template to get the Liberty Memes thing at the beginning of ours.
I have no idea how any of that works. So we'd still just be doing this from the phone on the couch if I was in charge of all of it.
And I feel like I've just been a constant commercial for 5 minutes, so this is the last one. I'll stop after this.
Oh no, you're fine.
But if you join our Discord server, usually when I'm 3D modeling, I will live stream to the Discord people my 3D modeling, and they can watch me model, and we hang out and talk, or we watch movies together. I'll stream movies to Discord, and we can like talk about the ethics of the movie or whatever we're watching as we do it, or we play video games and all kinds of stuff on Discord. So
I'm on your Discord, and I am not taking advantage of that. I need to.
Wow, that's fun. You should.
The last like 3 hours of the Walter Block audiobook I've edited live stream to the Discord server, so you can actually watch me edit the audiobook on there and listen to it as I go.
Oh shit.
That would be so much fun.
Do you have a special channel on there for that? I don't know Discord that much, but I know that there's like different rooms and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
No, we just have a primary voice chat room, and that's where I stream to, so that's where we do it.
Nice.
Just join the chat room here, and that's where we do all kinds of stuff. We play video games, and we just have a good time. We just have a good time. That's all.
That's what it's all about. Yep. That's so great.
Yeah, Aaron, I silenced Twitch. Twitch was...
Oh, did you put them on a little timeout?
I mean, I think they're still here, and they might be talking amongst themselves, but I took them off the stream.
Yeah. Dave wants to know how to join the Discord server.
Disenthrall.me/platforms will have a link to Discord as well. So you can literally find every single place on the internet where you can find Disenthrall or me by going to disenthrall.me and clicking the platforms link in the upper right, and you'll find literally everything. So
that's so great. Yay! Thank you so much, Patrick. This has been a lot of fun.
It has.
Thank you for answering. I know maybe I asked some silly questions, even though I already know your answer. But for people who don't know, maybe people who are new, I really appreciate you answering. Even though I asked some things about the government, even though I knew, I was like, just shove that question back in your mouth, Mary. That's
No, it's totally fine. Ask me anything.
It was a lot. It was a lot of fun. I'm praying for you and your family. I hope everybody is well, and I'm praying for you and your family. I can hear myself well. I'm praying for you. And okay, I don't like that. If I get caught off guard, you know. Do you ever do that like speech jammer thing just for fun, where you can hear yourself talking? Just it's about a not even a 2-second delay. Do you ever do that, and try to like have a conversation with somebody?
Oh, it's not. It's like a half second.
Oh, okay. Oh, a half second.
Slurring.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like 300 milliseconds to 500 milliseconds is the delay that. Yeah.
Is
And
it?
yes,
Yeah, we saw Rhett and Link do that. We watched Good Mythical Morning, and our 10-year-old son, and this was a couple years ago, but he was like, "Oh my gosh, I have to try that." So
I figured out a
we
way.
all, so we all did it, and it's really funny. It's weird how you think you're doing okay, but you're not really doing okay. I hope you have a great night. Yes, I wanted to say that we're praying for you and your family, and be well, stay inside. You guys got plenty of stuff, and we'll find you on the Facebook and YouTube and all that jazz. So you have a good evening, Patrick.
What do you guys got going on?
Oh, here just for Liberty Late Night. I mean,
every Friday we're here.
Every Friday we're just out in the wild now. Tuesdays we go into private Liberty Memes groups. We switch between the two. Liberty Memes Patreon and Liberty Memes community group. So that's our Tuesday nights. But every Friday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, we are here. We just kind of are floating with it right now. We're not focusing on having a guest. After we had seen you, did you come into our Tuesdays? When did we see him?
Yeah, it was Tuesday. Because,
and I kept thinking, we should ask him if he's free on Friday, because I would love to find out how he's doing and feeling about all the stuff that's going on, especially with the government overreach. So I'm really glad you were able to do this. But we just love connecting with people. That's our thing, Twitch gets a little weird.
I'm attempting to full-time it right now. So I wake up in the morning, I'll produce a Disenthrall, or I'll produce an Anarchast, or I'll record an audiobook. It's like I wake up and I Liberty